cold cans into memories made. On B.A.C. casting and drafting, tune in for the show where the engines roar and the beer cans flow. Talking banter, swapping stories under the southern sky. Racing's the reason, but we're here for the It's more than just NASCAR. It's a way to unwind. Cheering loud, feeling proud, leaving worries behind. From the first green flag to the last checkered wave, it's a soundtrack of a good time, the anthem of our day.
Welcome to the World Center of Racing. We are live at B.A.C. Casting and Drafting. The pace car is on. Let's get ready to grip it, rip it, and sip it. We are green at Daytona.
Oh, it's gonna be ugly. Drive out. Check the braking. You okay?
The cars are making their way off of pit road. Green, white checker. World Center of Racing.
Alright, man. Get them there on those guys. Get by them now. Outside. Get him out. White flag. Stay after it. That's good.
One final time down the backstretch. Can you believe the exciting finish that we're about to see? Can you believe it? 4 wide. At the line. It's too close to call.
This is B.A.C. Casting and Drafting, live on Twitch and YouTube. Let's grip it, rip it, and sip it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to B.A.C. Casting and Drafting, your home for weekly league racing cold beer hotter takes. I'm your host tonight, Andy Lewis, and we've got a fun one going on. It is going to be heat racing format at Daytona International Speedway. It's going to be, could have been elimination if we would have filled the field with 60 drivers, but I don't think we have enough, so these guys are just going to be heat racing for fun, and then we're going to go into a full 30-lap feature. $20 is going to the winner of tonight's feature race. Weather is a nice, crisp 79 degrees Fahrenheit, 26 degrees Celsius for you guys overseas. No wind, and it's partly cloudy with 51% humidity. So far, it is looking good again for Daryl Young Jr., as he is the fastest in quali. Looks like he is going to be the one starting on pole. Looks like everybody's going to be out there for the heat race, and it's time to get after it here at B.A.C. Casting and Drafting. Let's go ahead and take a look at those qualifying results. As you can hear, Brett Bubba Myers joining me up in the booth. Qualifying results on pole tonight. You've got Daryl Young Jr., followed by Steve Tucker, and then Scary Terry Vincent qualifying third. Then you've got Danny Jackson, William Charlton, John France, Jay Walker, Jeff Ravitt, Ryan Davis, Philip Dodd rounding out top 10 in quali. Let's go ahead and bring you down to list these guys off officially for the starting grid for heat race. It's going to be 10 laps out there on the racetrack. So these guys get to do some heat racing action before the feature, get their feet wet, get used to racing each other, and then it is time for 30 laps here at Daytona at B.A.C. Casting and Drafting. So should be a good one.
Yes, sir. I am still trying to get everything pulled up. Andy?
You're good, Bubba. No worries. Waiting for any of these guys to make their way out onto the starting grid and not seeing any of them on my live timing. Kind of weird.
Ruh-roh. Maybe they decided they want to race.
There they are.
Just kidding.
Should have one of them. Being really weird that I can't see any of them on the live timing aspect of this, but we can still go ahead and read off the starting grid, and hopefully once they get rolling, we'll be good to go. Starting grid for the heat race coming at you right now. Sorry, I got a lot of buttons to find here, folks. It's been a minute. Let's get you to that starting grid. And here we go. Starting on the pole position, we've got the number 71 machine, Daryl Young Jr. To the outside of row number 1, we have got the 0. It is Steve Tucker. In row number 2, we have got the number 6 of Terry Vincent. And the outside of row number 2, starting in 4th, we've got the 18 of Danny Jackson. Row number 3, we've got William Charlton, followed by John G. France. Row number 4, we have got the number 83 machine, that's Jay Walker. To his outside, we've got the number 1 Coors Light Chevrolet of Jeff Favorite. Row number 5, we have got the number 5 Kellogg's machine, a Larson scheme. Hello, that's going to be Ryan Davis. And rounding out the top 10, we've got the number 13, that's Philip Dodd. Starting at 11th, we've got the 00 of Wes Jesse. Starting in 12th, we've got the number 14 FICO Chevrolet of Jeremy Garrison. Starting in row 7, we've got the number 74 Hustle Fuel Machine of Austin Hobart. And 14th, we've got Primo Pasquilani. And rounding out the field for the heat race, starting in row number 8 and 15th, we have got Ton Nelson. Let's go ahead and find those race cars as they should be. Getting ready to rock and roll. There they are. Now they're on my screen. We found them, don't worry, folks. Only took a little bit for these guys to populate for me. Daryl Young Jr. started the high proof showdown on pole. Tried to complete everything with the sweep, but we will see if he can do it.
Hold on, there we've got some contact on the pacing lap here. Steve Tucker is in the grass.
We got to extend this one, Bubba.
Coming out 4. I think it needs to be extended, Bub.
Be ready to clear some black flags if you have to, buddy. Green flags in the air. Grip it, rip it, and sip it time here at B.A.C. Looks like we're having some issues on the racetrack for some of these drivers. Brett, you might have to start clearing black flags for me, buddy.
Yep, I got you.
All right, Daryl Young followed by Terry Vincent, Danny Jackson. Strange start here as they're getting their way going now. Young Jr. is going to lead them off of turn number 2 down the backstretch here at Daytona. Looks like a little bit of a funky start for these drivers in the heat race. At least it's the heat race and it's not the feature. But Steve Tucker qualified second. Not going to be happy there with that starting position now that he's been shuffled back in the field. Young Jr. looking good with Terry Vincent in tow, working the bottom line. Danny Jackson, third car in line, followed by William Charlton, Jay Walker, and Steve Tucker already back up to the 6th position. So they're rolling now off of turn number 4. 10 laps to go, 9 this time by in the heat race. Jesse Becker's laughing it up in the chat as he can't believe that they're wrecking on the pace lap.
Yeah, they did allow Steve Tucker to kind of get halfway up through the starting grid there before he got back up to speed from his little incident right there. I don't know. We'll have to watch that back when we get a chance here, maybe, but
I got it tagged.
Back up to, 6 spots.
Oh, we got a car hard in the wall. That's going to be the caution there for Ryan Davis. That number 5 Kellogg's machine is junked. Kyle Larson, emulation right there with how his Cup season's been going for that 5 at Davis. Man, that was a hard smack into the outside wall. Philip Dodd involved in that one also. Let's go ahead and rewind this thing back and see what happened to the two of them from our eye in the sky. Yeah, you could just see contact down the backstretch. Side drafting the 5 machine. Not going to be very happy with that one as the 13 looks like he's trying to follow that 00 in front of him and then gets into the right rear of the 5, gives him big damage and absolutely junks him. They've got faster pairs though, and it's just the heat race, so they're just getting warmed up. It's the opportunity for these guys to get used to each other, race a little bit, but if I am the driver of the 5, that one hurt.
Yeah, that one was hard into the outside wall there for the 5 machine. And for sure is even the 13 had to come down in Philip Dodd, and he hit the inside wall extremely hard. Looks like tie rod was broke.
So here is the replay, folks, of what happened to Steve Tucker on our pace lap. Looks like Danny Jackson and Steve might have been, I don't know, Steve just slows way down, and then Danny is still going at pace speed. Sorry, we'll get a better angle for you. From the blimp. Oh my goodness. I think Danny was just not expecting Steve to be off the throttle, and then Steve was like, oh, we're about to start racing. And Danny's like, what you doing, man? What you doing? Luckily, no damage and nobody else really involved, but not a good start for some of those guys. Daryl Young Jr. out front. He's touched them all so far, led 3 laps. First caution of the heat race. Long way to go in this one. And all of our heat races are sponsored by you, my friend, Brett Bubba Myers from Bubba Myers Custom Design. So let's go ahead, cue the commercial, show the fans what you're all about.
Let's do it.
When I mean in control, the entire field essentially. We got Hunter Sr., Nick Abiak, Josh Adams all together in the top 4.
Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time here at Charlotte. Checkered flag, Sebastian Marin wins on HMS TV.
That's right. Brett Myers Custom Designs. The best in the business for paints. You can hit him up for anything you need, and he's right here in the booth with me. You can find him on X or on Discord.
Big shout out to Juicy Spider for making that video as well. They did an awesome job on it. Trying to incorporate all the paints and stuff that I've gotten to do over the last few months and really getting to showcase it. So huge props to them and getting that done all wrapped up in 30 seconds for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like driver involved in that caution, Philip Dodd. He's on pit road. Looks like he's got a meatball flag, so he's not going to be too happy. Ryan Davis used the faster pair, though, and he's back to the back of the field, so he's not totally out of this one yet. Daryl Young Jr., though, leading him. So we got another pace lap about halfway through this heat race before we get ready to rock and roll. And then it's going to be go time for the main event, the feature. 30 laps. These drivers have 50% fuel, so it is going to be a shortened fuel load. They're going to have to make a stop in the feature in order to make it to the end of the race. But in the heat racing, it's all pedal to the metal here on B.A.C. If you're new to this, be sure to like, subscribe, do all the things. We appreciate everybody coming out and watching. If you want to be in one of these heat races, or if you want all the information, we'll have to go ahead and put our Discord in the chat, as been requested by one of our fans. And there you have it. There's the link to the B.A.C. Casting and Drafting Discord. So if you want to race with us, you can go ahead, click on that link, get in our Discord, do all of the things. Or if you're one of the drivers, you can go ahead and get yourself $20 richer if you're in one of these races and find yourself a winner or you could even win a free entry into our upcoming special event on September 26th. We're going to be doing the Die Cast Shootout 200 here at Daytona, where we give away a 124 scale replica diecast of your iRacing paint scheme, a grid gold trophy. Second place gets $100, third place gets $50, and our stage winner is going to walk home with $25. So we're excited for that one, following up our high proof showdown, which was a great event. And we're going to keep the ball rolling with more of them as we are ready to go here at B.A.C. Cars are 2x2, lights are off on the pace car, which means it's almost time to go back going green in our heat race.
Well, there's only one thing to add to that, Andy, and that is if we're going to race in Diecast 200, buddy, you better bring a flaming hot paint scheme to the race to run, because if you get that diecast, it's going to look badass.
Oh, yeah, you definitely want to be the man with the best looking car. I know, right? Should sponsor a car, and maybe your car will win.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Jesse? Where's Jesse at?
I'll tell you what, the 71 machine and Daryl Young Jr. looks pretty good as they make their way into the restart zone, and that means it's time to grip it, rip it, and sip it. Green flags back in the air here at the World Center of Racing. Young on the inside, Vincent on the outside, Jackson behind Young. Here they go, making their way towards turn number 1 at Daytona International Speedway.
Steve Tucker and William Charlton are going to catch up to Terry here and possibly generate a huge run as Terry checks up, dives in behind Jackson at third spot, as you got Charlton and Steve Tucker still working that outside on the top lane there, as we have 3-4 cars now on the bottom lane as the, let's see, is that Jeremy Garrison? No, Walker. Jay Walker jumped up to the top side and gets shuffled to the back here.
Yeah, small crew tonight here at B.A.C. Great odds to win $20. I'll tell you what, only a couple drivers, and one of them are going to be a little bit richer. And now look at Danny Jackson making the move to the inside of Daryl Young Jr., making their way through the tri-oval. Looks like Young Jr. went down and threw the block on Danny. He's got Danny and Terry in tow. Danny's in the pink, Terry's in that cream machine. Now we got John France looking to the outside of Vincent, trying to generate a run up top. Steve Tucker, that black and orange machine, fourth car in line on the inside. Let's see where he decides to go. 4 laps to go here at heat number 1. We got a couple more making a run on the outside line. Terry Vincent looking high down the backstretch now. Car dropping low off the pace.
Yellow. And he does get it safely back up on the track. Is getting doored there. I don't know who that was. I think that was West Jesse.
Side by side for the lead is Daryl Young Jr. through the block on Vincent. Vincent lost momentum, and that gives the advantage to Jackson and Steve Tucker off of turn number 4. Big push there from Tucker to the back of Jackson. Now they're junking it off of turn number 4. That's going to bring out the yellow. Second one's out.
And where the heck did the 14 Jeremy Garrison come from? Because now he is sitting in that third spot, baby.
Looks like we had an issue here with a couple of drivers off of turn number 4 in the back of the field. Looked like this was Wes Jesse. Yeah, he was that 00 just below the double yellow line. Gets underneath the 1, trying to make that move below the racing surface, and the 1 of Jeff Favorite kind of lets him have it. Says, hey man, can't frickin' pass me there. What are you doing? Not cool, dude. Not cool.
Not cool.
Not at all. Pacing again here at Daytona. Danny Jackson. He's going to be your new leader. And we are back. We're still pacing here at the World Center of Racing, Daytona International Speedway. We've got some time before our main event. It's going to be one green-white checkered in our heat race to decide who's going to be starting on pole for the main race. 30 laps is the total distance of the big one. Danny Jackson finds himself out front, followed by Steve Tucker, Jeremy Garrison, Austin Hobart, Darrell Young Jr., John France, William Charlton, Terry Vincent, Ryan Davis, Wes Jesse, rounding out the top 10. Only 13 drivers in this session tonight. Very light field, good opportunity to get a little bit of quick cash, and we've got a lot of people watching here on stream. We appreciate everybody doing that. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button. Want to be a fan of B.A.C. Casting and Drafting? You can keep up to all things on B.A.C. information with BACRacing.com, B.A.C. Casting and Drafting Facebook page, or you can just go ahead, find the link in the description of the chat, and you can join our Discord if you want to race with us as well. Lights are off on the pace car. They're getting lined up 2x2 in Jackson. All eyes are on him as he's going to be setting the pace through the last restart of the heat race.
Yeah, I think that 14 was kind of hanging out. Jeremy Garrison, he was in the back there and flew towards the front, kind of helped that run with Steve Tucker that was on, kind of got on the back of him and rode through the field. So he's going to be he's been quiet here this heat race. He's in a good position here to win, depending if Jackson goes up and tries to the jump that he gets on Steve Tucker and tries to go up and block that lane. He's been fast and consistent. So yes, let's Darrell Young Jr. also third car back on the inside lane. So really it's going to depend how well Hobart and Steve Tucker work on this outside lane, followed by John France, third in line up top, and see if anybody tries to force this thing 3 wide here for this green-white checker, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit of a good dress rehearsal for the race. I mean, you get to see who's working with who you're going to try and push at the end of this one. Some different names here to race with, work with, try and be fast. I like that duo on the outside of Tucker and Hobart. Young Jr. might be a little bit of nerf there on the inside line with some guys that he hasn't worked with a lot. Jackson, though, leading the charge. Garrison, like you said, worked his way forward, finds himself third for this restart. Lights are going to be off on the pace car, and you know that's what it means, Bubba. It is time to get ready to do what?
We got to grip it, rip it, and sip it as we go into the Bubba Myers Customs Designs restart zone as we are green here at Daytona. B.A.C. heat race, and oh my goodness, Hobart must have missed a shift or whatever.
Oh my gosh, he blew it.
Steve Tucker got down in behind Danny Jackson, but
Here comes Darrell.
Darrell, baby, on the outside. Is he going to have anybody to help him? As here comes the 88. Yes, decides to go William Charlton to the outside to help Darrell Young Jr. As the 5 is going to get a huge run to the back of this, as Darrell Young Jr. is going to slide in front of the 5, leave the 88 out to dry, and the 88 door banging the 5. Here comes the 1 outside, and they're going to run. It's going to look like it's 4 cars, 2x2. Steve Tucker, Darrell Young against Danny Jackson, and Jeremy Garrison coming around 3, going into 4.
Yeah, we know that Tucker and Young have worked a lot together in many races like the HMS TV Cup Series. They're going to see the white flag here in heat race number 1, and they are working really well, bumper to bumper. First to see the white flag, but will they be the first to see the checkered? The field's starting to build the momentum behind, and now here comes Jeff Favorite. Big run on the outside in that number 14 Coors Light machine. Jackson's going to move up to block. They're 2x2 in turns number 2. Jackson with the run on the outside, Tucker and Young on the inside. Vincent's 3 wide behind as they're raring down the backstretch.
Ooh, 13 got in the back of 9-2, but keeps it straight. They are keep rolling. Oh, what in the world? What did we just see as they are tucked out front, outside looking? Here comes the push from Danny Jackson on that outside row. Are they going to be able to catch Steve Tucker and Darrell Young? But it doesn't look like it. It looks like Darrell Young is going to push the absolute crap out of that Zero machine to get him a heat victory here as he steps outside. 71 goes for the win.
Is he going to get it? Darrell Young Jr. takes it. Young Jr. is going to take the heat win here on B.A.C. as he gets around Steve Tucker. Gets him by 25/100ths of a second. Darrell Young Jr. He's going to win heat race number 1 at Daytona, and now it's already time for the feature. These boys don't get a break. It's 40 laps in the main, and that means it is time for our flyover brought to you by Juicy Spiders Studios.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Gentlemen, start your engines.
And here we go again. It's time for your starting grid for tonight's feature race, brought to you by Juicy Spider Studios. Starting on pole, your heat race winner, we've got the 71 of Daryl Young Jr. To his outside, we've got the number 0, the Aerospeed Toyota of Steve Tucker. In row number 2, we have got William Charlton and the 14 of Jeremy Garrison. In row number 3, we have got the number 18 of Danny Jackson and the 6 of Terry Vincent. In row number 4, we have got the number 83 of Jay Walker and the 92 of John France. In row number 5, we've got the number 5 of Ryan Davis and the number 1 of Jeff Favorite, rounding out the top 10. In row number 6, we've got the number 74 Hustle Fuel Machine of Austin Hobart and the 13 of Philip Dodd. Row number 7, we've got Wes Jesse and Primo Pascalani. Row number 8, and rounding out our field, we've got Tom Nelson. It is time to get ready to rock and roll. It is the feature race here at B.A.C. Casting and Drafting. Bubba, take it away.
We didn't get time to debrief that last heat race because here we are, pace car, lights off, coming down, about to make the hard left in the pit lane, and we are coming to the one, the only Juicy Spider restart zone as we are going to grip it and rip it green here on B.A.C. at Daytona, baby, as we are side by side. Steve Tucker, Daryl Young Jr. battling it out, drag racing down the front stretch as the outside is actually surging. Steve Tucker going to jump out to the lead as they go into turn 1. 71 of Daryl Young is going to make a run at this, but the 14 is connected to that 0 machine. 88 still has to catch the 71 of Daryl Young.
Yeah, the track has totally changed now from the heat race to this. They are under the lights at Daytona. It's cooled off, and they're going to be able to go a little bit quicker. As they're roaring now down the backstretch, you can see the 71 is hooked up again to the 0. Let's see what they can do as they make their way into turns number 3 and 4. Garrison on the outside, starting to work with Terry Vincent. He's in that green number 6 wave machine as he's getting a run, looking to make it 3 wide off of turn number 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? It's the 0, Steve Tucker.
Terry Vincent had that run. He went 3 wide. He does have some company with the 74 Hustle Machine going into turn 1. 14, 92, and 13 are all lined up on the second lane, just fizzling out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars out front on that bottom lane. 7 cars now. That bottom lane is rolling. The top line is fizzling. Both of them. Now, Steve Tucker and Daryl Young Jr., we know they work well together. Here comes a push going into 3. Is Daryl Young going to make the same move as he did at the end of that heat? Or is Steve Tucker going to learn from that and learn to try to block his teammate here as they go coming out of the turn 4 into the tri-oval?
Yeah, look at the run here. Great control from Daryl Young Jr., setting the pace with Steve Tucker, giving him great pushes. The field's starting to go single file. Everybody's chilling out. just a couple of cars in this one, and they're all keeping a level head early on now after the heat race. I think they all got the jitters out. They all know how they want to race, and they all want to make it to the end of this one to try and get $20 here at B.A.C. Casting and Drafting. Lap 3 of 40, long way to go.
We had a little contact there to the 0-0 and the 93, I believe, Dord coming out of turn 2. They kept it straight. They kept it going, though. But you can see the 0-0 is just slowly, his entries in are a little high, and I think that's what caused the door banging. But now the 92 has caught up to the back of that machine, is pushing it pretty good. So back out front, Darrell Young Jr., Steve Tucker still working. I'm excited to see how the 88 and the 18, if they are, and 0-0 again into the door of 92 machine back there of John France and Wes Jesse.
Yeah, they're definitely hard racing in the back, and I don't know why it was such, there's a lot of laps to log in this one. The back of the field seems to be the most disconnected. Everybody's going 2-3 wide, jockeying for position. The front of the field, though, starting to get put together right when you think they're going to be single file and pull away from the rest of one. Austin Hobart starting to get the run generated on the outside line with Terry Vincent to go ahead and challenge for the lead. Now they're going to drop back in line, and Hobart's already out of line. He's working the outside of the number 1 of Jeff Favorite. Now here comes Danny Jackson. He's looking high. Now he's getting back in line in front of Favorite. Hobart's going to slide in line, in and out as he's weaving. And there's a big wreck. Wes Jesse, the 00, he's around.
It's him in 13 there. Wes Jesse and Philip Dodd.
Go ahead and see what happens here. Yeah, there's the big door from the 00 getting up into him. That was pretty damn aggressive. I'm not going to lie. Big shot into the outside wall.
Yeah, big shot.
Trying to, make a statement there. Door slamming him, but he just absolutely junked his race car. He's still got a fast repair, but now the rest of this race, you no longer have that gimme by being that aggressive on lap 5.
I've noticed he was kind of
now he's
having
got
a
toe to
high
pit
entry.
road.
Oh.
So he might be down and out.
He had a little high entries into his turns, and I think that's what was happening when the guys trying to come down side drafting, and he was coming up, and that's what was causing that door banging there a little bit. So, yeah, that's didn't really shuffle up our leaders. We still got Steve Tucker, Darrell Young, front line, William Charlton, Danny Jackson, Jeff Favorite, Austin Hobart, Terry Vincent, Ryan Davis, Jeremy Garrison, and John France going to round out the top 10 here.
Yeah, the big thing I'm going to be wondering now is fuel mileage for some of these drivers. When do you pit? With a 50% fuel tank, Steve Tucker below the double yellow line behind the pace car. Let's see what he's going to decide and do here. Don't know if he's going to go for pit road early, so that way he's got a shorter pit stop at the end of this thing, and it looks like he is. Tucker's in, Young Jr. is going to follow behind. Ryan Davis, so far, the only driver to stay out is multiple cars are now on pit road.
Yes, sir. That means Ryan Davis is going to inherit the lead. Start out on the front row.
Nobody's taking tires. Jackson having to back up into his stall. And now here we go. Steve Tucker, Darrell Young, first 2 off of pit road. Quick execution there.
Yes, sir. Good move there. Just taking gas right now in this part. There's probably going to be another caution, potentially. This thing could get green, though. You never know. If they settle down and go single file like we've seen there for a few laps, we might get some more single file racing in. But if they do that, Ryan Davis's strategy might be out the window here. Might have to make a lonesome green flag stop if we don't have another caution.
Ryan Davis, the only driver that stayed out. He's the one in that Kyle Larson 5 Kellogg's replica. He's going to be your new leader. Austin Hobart, he is in 4th, and he's up 7 spots. Davis, after staying out, is going to be up 8. Tucker, right where he started now, in 2nd. Daryl Young Jr. down 2, Charlton's down 4, Walker's down 1, France down 1, Favorite right where he started, Garrison, a little bit of damage, I think, after that caution. No, just down a few positions from where he started. Philip Dodd able to get the damage fixed. He's working off pit road, and Wes Jesse, after towing to the pit lane, he's going to be laps down, and his chances are going to be hurt here in this one.
Yes, sir. I think we've had a few of these guys in the other night for the high proof showdown. I don't think Steve could make it. He didn't make it the other night. Daryl Young Jr., Austin Hobart, Danny Jackson, Terry Vincent. Right there about 3, 4, 5, 6. They all got to know exactly where each other stand. They've been on the track together before, and they might work good here together.
Yes, sir. I think they will be, working pretty good together in this race. A few of these guys experience in the HMS TV Cup Series and other league events, as well as some BC promotion races. So these guys have all been on track a few times together. Just a couple of wild cards out there, but curious to see how Hobart does. He's been fast in so many races, but with such a small field, going toe-to-toe with the guys like Steve Tucker, Daryl, Terry, I think it's really going to be exciting. And honestly, in the high proof showdown, I was impressed with the patience from Danny Jackson in that 18. He was able to pull off a podium, cash out pretty big. Young Jr. was up front most of the night in the high proof showdown. Had a little bit of an issue there in turns 3 and 4 in the last lap. Austin Norris got around him for the win, so could be a redemption night for Daryl Young.
Yeah, he got the pole. He got the stage to double his money, and just needed to finish it out. And had unfortunate events in 3 and 4 at Talladega the other night, and sure it crushed his mojo there for a minute. But we got him back out on track. He's going for it again. He's going to try to earn it the hard way, maybe $20 at a time, until the next one.
Yes, sir. Well, the lights are off on the pace car, and it's going to make that famous left-hand dive towards the pit lane, as now all eyes are on the 5 machine of Ryan Davis. Into the juicy Spider restart zone they go. It is time to grip it, rip it, and sip it. Green flag is waving, and we are racing again here at B.A.C. Casting and Drafting. Good run there from Davis.
Yes, sir. We got some swapping. Steve Tucker got a good jump. Daryl Young actually hopped to the outside behind Steve Tucker. Austin Hobart went to the inside to help Ryan Davis with the 5 and give him help. So he has help. They are both getting pushed around turn 2. And that 00 and that 71 are lined up and hooked up. Can they both get clear? Or can Hobart, the 5 machine, and the 6 of Terry Vincent get in? No. Get cut off. As here comes an 88 and a 14 out of a shotgun on that high side, as they've surged all the way up to 3rd spot in line, dropping back to 4th. But wow, what a run there.
Yeah, big run on the outside for the 88. The 14 is going to die out. 14 is going to get 3 wide there with Jackson and Favorite in the 10th position. That's now going to allow Jackson to race his way forward as the inside line put together with a strong group of race cars. You've got Steve Tucker, followed by Daryl Young, Ryan Davis, Hobart, Vincent, and Jackson. They're going to be hard to pass and generate a run to get around. Hopefully they start to get some single file racing for a little bit, as we are only 10 of 40 laps into this race. Still a long way to go, with a pit stop by my estimate with the 50% fuel. Those front runners starting to make the breakaway, but now here comes the charge on the outside. Going to be the 74 Hustle Fuel machine of Austin Hobart. And now, oh no, Ryan Davis, he's going to opt for pit road. Looks like he could be out of fuel. No, he's got a black flag. Maybe he jumped the start on that last restart.
Ooh.
Looks like an issue for Ryan Davis. He's going to have to make a drive-through.
But either way, here comes the 74 of Austin Hobart, the 6 of Terry Vincent, as they're going to surge past Steve Tucker and Daryl Young as Danny Jackson's getting in this train as well, giving another push, and they are just pushing all the way to the front.
Jackson with the
As
move to
they're
the
getting in there,
inside.
get loose. Jackson to the inside. That's going to allow Hobart and Terry Vincent to get in below them as the 13 into the wall with the bad push from the 88. And I don't know. I can't see.
They're slowing up, but they're going to save it. Looks like could be trouble there for favorite. Philip Dodd is very slow, and now he's going to stop. I think to intentionally try and bring out the caution. Got to keep it rolling, buddy. They're still going.
Oh, went through pits. Okay.
Did he go to the pits?
He went to the pits.
All right, he's on pit road now, so he's down and out.
Yeah.
Didn't get the caution he was looking for there after a little bit of contact. So I think Dodd could be down and out in this one. Wes Jesse, he's a couple laps down. Ryan Davis, after his black flag, he finds himself still on the lead lap, but about 3/4 of a lap down from the rest of the field. Out of turns 3 and 4. Here comes Austin Hobart. He's leading the charge now. Terry Vincent, Steve Tucker, Danny Jackson, Young Jr. behind. Jackson's going to go up and side draft Daryl Young.
Terry's coming into gives Austin Hobart a push as Steve Tucker on that outside is trying to side draft them.
Oh,
Young
looks
is
like
not
the double O.
connected.
A little bit of contact there at the 88 in the back of the pack. Sorry.
Yeah, the 00 is he's a little
rookie.
high off entry, and he is a rookie, so he's a little high entry, a little high exit, and I got him talking in my ears. So, but
Yeah.
Austin Hobart and Terry Vincent are working well together. They're going to be the ones that kind of compete between Steve Tucker and Daryl Young here.
Tell you what, he's in that white, plain old iRacing scheme. He needs a Bubba Myers design, but we haven't talked a lot about the 92 John France tonight. He finds himself on the outside line, and no, they're junking it! That's a big wreck there! That's got to be a yellow. Throw it, throw it, throw it.
All right, man.
There it is.
Caution out.
All right.
Caution is out.
Oh, no. Trouble there for Jay Walker. We got to give him the caution for that. That's terrible. Looks like the, we'll have to dissect what happened. I don't know why they didn't, iRacing didn't throw a yellow there. Kind of surprising. As the 88, I think, again, just got up and absolutely got into him. And that's going to be 2 strikes here on 88. I mean, or the 00, sorry. I mean, that was just...
Yeah, 00.
That's just the second time he's done it. As a rookie, you got to be smarter in a race like this. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you want
give him a warning, Bubba.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Tell him last warning. Because that's not going to help him work onto the lead lap either. We got to see what happened to Philip Dodd as well. He didn't get a caution. But he got damaged so hard that he was just absolutely junked. And I mean, they were still rolling. And it was when the field was all discombobulated. Yeah, he just got squirrely off of turn 4, I think. I don't know if it was on his own or what. No, he was just bad push. Gets bent out of shape, out of line. I mean, he hits the wall, but the field's still rolling. You're still rolling. There's no need to just stop on the racetrack for this one. Got to make it around. As he was thinking about pitting, tries to stop, tries to get the caution out, but we're not throwing it for that one. That one's your own power. Back to the front of the field. Steve Tucker, Daryl Young Jr., Hobart, France, Charlton, and others are all going to make their way towards the pit lane as they need fuel. Looks like Jeff Favorite could be the only driver staying out.
Buddy.
See who's going to win the race off of pit road. All the drivers now making their stops, and it's going to be close. Oh, Steve Tucker just gets by Daryl Young Jr. there. That was tight.
Whew.
Man, that was close. But we talked about it a few times tonight. We've got a little bit of time of pacing before we go green. Let's go ahead and hear from our premier sponsor here at B.A.C. Casting and Drafting, Juicy Spider Studios.
real quick. You both stop real quick, Doug. Double check the steering wheel.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
All out there. Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's going to get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
Too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time when Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
GC Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
Field is still pacing here at Daytona as Jeff Favorite. He's going to be your new leader. Ryan Davis, after getting the penalty, having to serve that, he was able to stay in the lead lap, and now he finds himself in second. Don't know how much fuel he has got in that machine, but we're almost halfway done in this race. Bubba, who's your pick to get the job done in this one?
Oh man, I knew you were gonna ask me eventually. You know what? He had some bad luck the other night, but he's near and dear to my heart. I got a soft spot for the scary Terry Vincent, dude. I think he's gonna get one tonight.
Terry Vincent. He had some terrible luck at the end of stage number 1 of the High Proof Showdown. Found himself 3 wide on the outside at Talladega, trying to go for the run to get some track position in the stage, and was involved in that big one early. I'm gonna go with 71. I'll take the safe bet. I'll take Daryl Young Jr. Jesse Becker in the chat gave us the phonetic spelling. Or, hey, actually, wait, what did he say? Steve Tuccier. Oh. Steve Tuccier is Jesse Becker's pick in the chat. Where's Dennis Orfat? Where's that Hustle Fuel guy? Because I know who he's cheering for. It's the number 74 of Austin Hobart, I can tell you that. I see that team's riding out, but Jesse's pick in the chat, Steve Tucker. Long way to go here, B.A.C. Second caution of the night. We're almost halfway through this one. Jeff Favorite's the leader. Ryan Davis second. Steve Tucker third. Daryl Young Jr. fourth. Austin Hobart fifth. Charlton sixth. Terry Vincent seventh. Danny Jackson eighth. John France ninth. Jeremy Garrison rounding out your top 10. Jay Walker still on the lead lap at 11th, with Jesse and Philip Dodd finding themselves multiple laps down at this stage in the race. Gonna need the race clean if they want to stick around from this point on here at B.A.C. so they don't mess up the lead lap drivers' chances. Lights are off now on the pace car as they're making their way towards the juicy Spider restart zone. It is time to grip it, rip it, and sip it. Green flag is going to be back in the air as Jeff Favorite's going to lead him. Let's see who's getting the run on the outside. Looks like Daryl Young Jr. is already looking to make this thing 3 wide, and that's going to allow the inside line to get a big jump. Good run there for Favorite.
He did back out of it there. The 5 wiggled a little bit on restart, maybe gassed her up a little bit too soon or too hard. And that's when Daryl Young looked to the inside. As here comes Daryl Young to the outside, looking to side draft past Terry Vincent right now, but he has no help there with him right now as that bottom lane is kind of put together. 92 is closing the gap, 14 is closing the gap. Danny Jackson says, hold up, I'll help you. Just kidding, psych, 3 wide, got to run, going 3 wide back there in spot 6, 7, and 8, dude. Holy smokes, as Danny Jackson's not going to get it to work.
Yeah, the field is starting to get up to speed now off of turn number 4. Go ahead and turn that thing up. Let's get loud here at Daytona. 2x2 off of turn number 4. The field roars towards the tri-oval now. Steve Tucker battling hard for the lead. He's got his teammate there, Daryl Young Jr., giving him the push, as we saw a little bit of a challenge there from Jeremy Garrison. But now the 88, William Charlton, finds himself third place in line on the inside. Jeff Favorite started this restart on pole. He is the 5th car in line.
Yes, sir. I thought the 14 was going to get it done. He just didn't have enough help there yet from the 88. But Steve Tucker and Daryl Young Jr. did get by him. Got to overtake the attempt there, but well done. 14 is hanging around again. Knows when to come to the front and start challenging these leaders.
Yeah, this time, Guy, it's going to be halfway in the feature race here at B.A.C. 20 laps to go. Half of them are complete. Still, decent amount of time to figure out who's going to be our winner. Steve Tucker, Daryl Young Jr., they've been the dynamic duo. They went 1-2 in the heat race. Daryl Young Jr. got the win there, but could the script be flipped here in the feature? Now we see Tucker gonna slide up to give Daryl the air. Daryl's gonna get in line, and we've got a car a little bit off the pace down the backstretch. Looks like could be John France, Hobart, and others starting to lose touch with the draft. Jackson's gonna get ahead of all of them, and Hobart's slow up top as the 92 of France is gonna get around Hobart. Hobart could have a problem.
I don't know if maybe Hobart's out on gas. Maybe trying to take. Nope, he's going to keep on going. Maybe he just wants to be in the back. He's going to have to work with Ryan Davis here to see if they get to the back of this pack again and get caught up. But I don't know what went on there with the 74 machine.
Yeah, no, we've got 9 cars lined up. The charge to the outside line, poking out there, looks to be Terry Vincent, is now Hobart and Davis have definitely lost touch with the rest of the leaders, allowing them to get single file and try to pull away. Terry Vincent, Danny Jackson not going single file. They're beginning to start the charge on the outside line. They're working to the outside of Jeff Favorite. He's in that Coors Light machine. Terry Vincent, he's up top. Jackson's in that pink 18. Steve Tucker, Young Jr. out front. But now Vincent trying to make up the ground, not going to be able to do it. They're going to slide back towards the back of this line. And it looks like Hobart could be in trouble as his drafting partner, Ryan Davis, he's going to go to pit road. I think he is done for the night. He's going to hang it up.
Oh, no.
Or he could be out of gas.
That is not good. Yeah, that is not good for Hobart because that was the one keeping kind of up to speed. This pack is kind of single file right now, so that's going to be hard to catch to the back of them. But yeah,
Davis, I think, is short on fuel. So he hasn't pitted, I don't think, all race long. He's going to have to make his way towards the pit lane. It could be fuel saving from this point on for the rest of these drivers, and that's why they're single file. If that's the case, Steve Tucker being the leader and Young Jr. pushing him, they're really going to have to work together to maintain the pace of this field and save fuel because everybody else in line with the draft, they're going to be able to just ride 3/4 throttle. Now you've got France. He's working the outside line in the 92 machine. He's got Walker behind him. Vincent and Jackson, they're still at the back of the pack. And I think the fuel-saving race is on as everybody's starting to slow up here.
Single file, and they're all. You see the gap between the 71 and the 88. The gap between the 14 and the 88. You know, these guys are kind of. You can tell they're not full throttle. They're not pushing and banging just yet. We got 40 laps to go. We're at lap 24, about to be 25, but the 92 is wanting to go. He is trying to make moves, and that is John France. He is trying to make some moves, and the 83 of Jay Walker is going to go with him here on the outside.
Yeah, France and Walker not worried about fuel right now as they are working hard on the outside line. Vincent well off the pace of everybody else. I heard some tires screeching. No, nothing's wrong there. But we saw Ryan Davis go a lap down, and he wasn't even able to keep up with the draft there, so I don't know if that's just the rookie experience or what for him, but he wasn't able to stay with the pack as he got lapped. So that's going to really hurt his chances here. If he would have stayed with the pack and then they're all full saving, maybe could have been in a good position to get track position at the end of the race. But now Steve Tucker, Dale Young Jr., still doing what they've been doing all night long. Steve Tucker, he's now led 17 laps in this one. Daryl Young's led 2. It's been all Steve Tucker out front in the feature.
Yes, sir. And you start to see that 88 start getting a little more aggressive with the 71 and the 0, trying to help push a little bit. try to stretch your lead. Maybe a green flag pit stop. They don't think they can make it, but I think these guys are going to try to stretch as much as possible. As you see the 92 and the 83 go for it again on the outside. Can they make it work? Can John France and Jay Walker get it to work? But Jay says, nah, not yet. As 92 just squeezes in behind the 14 coming out of turn 4. Woo, that was close.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye here on Terry Vincent and Danny Jackson. I'm worried they're going to lose touch with this front field as they are definitely trying to fuel save off the back of this pack. It tells me these guys are really, really close to their window on fuel. Vincent usually battling for it. He's well towards the back with Danny Jackson. Out front, William Charlton even running third right now, giving a lot of separation to Daryl Young Jr. So that tells me he's just feathering the throttle. Same thing with Garrison, France, favorite. He's been fuel saving hard in this one. France worked hard to get the track position. Now it's time to save the fuel.
Hey, we got a couple shout outs in the chat. B. Jackson and D. Mess out there rooting for that number 14 machine.
Yeah, they're cheering on Jeremy Garrison. Look at that. Number 14 Chevrolet. You know what?
He's got some fans in the chat. That means you gotta drive that thing to the front here in a little bit, Bob.
Let's go ahead and ride on board with that fan favorite Jeremy Garrison. Running in that 4th spot. Listen to his throttle input here, folks. See how much he's saving fuel. He's not even redlining it. Just trying to stay in line with these guys down the backstretch. You can definitely hear the lift out of that race car into turn number 3. You can hear all the air going around him. You can see Jeremy's really, really trying to save fuel right now. Fan favorite in the chat. Everybody's cheering him on. And we are closing in on 10 laps to go.
Oh, McCoy said favorite is the favorite. Just saying. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Favorite. That one Coors Light machine. I don't know. Could potentially. Another thing that I've been keeping an eye out on is Terry Vincent and Danny Jackson have started working their way back to the back of this pack. So maybe they have. They think that they've saved enough, and just slowly had crept back up to the back of this pack. So whenever they get past that fuel line, they're going to make a surge. I can guarantee it. As the one, Jeff Favorite coming down the pit lane, going for gas. I'm sure going for gas, buddy.
He doesn't have it up. There's 11 laps to go. Jeff Favorite, he's going to make his way towards pit road. Other driver I'm thinking about, we haven't talked about him in a long time. It's Austin Hobart, rolling all around by himself. Gonna need to save as much fuel as possible and stay on the lead lap. Big challenge for Hobart in the 74. Probably gonna need a yellow to get back into this race. Same thing with Ryan Davis. He's back there running a lap down as well. Steve Tucker, Daryl Young Jr., William Charlton, Jeremy Garrison, John France, your top 5 as they run now. But oh no, it could be trouble. Jeff Favorite got a black flag speeding on pit road.
Oh no, that ain't gonna do it. That's going to hurt you in the long run right there. The small mistakes.
10 laps to go this time by. Favorite still waiting to serve that penalty. Nothing we could do for him. And now we've got the lap car. It's the 00. That's going to be Wes Jesse. He's been involved in a few incidents tonight. Everybody's telling him, just get out the way. We're trying to race here at Daytona. And the field is going to roll by. Jesse's going to drop to the back. Steve Tucker, Daryl Young Jr. controlling the pace of this field while trying to save as much fuel as possible. I like where Charlton's at in 3rd. Same thing with Garrison. They're in good spots to just roll and save fuel. I know they're saving with how big of a gap that they all have to the car in front. Nobody's trying to be too close to each other. Everybody's just rolling, saving as much fuel as possible. And now we've got another one. Terry Vincent, Danny Jackson. They're making their way towards pit road, and Terry Vincent, he's going to hit the wall. He's going to pinball around, and he's got damage. That's going to be trouble there for Terry Vincent in the 6. He hits the wall, and that's going to be his chance to win the race if this stays green to the end.
Oh, big mistake by Scary Terry. That was my pick to win, Bob. That's crucial.
Now there is 6 cars in this front group. 9 laps to go here at the World Center of Racing. And the question is, who has enough fuel? Steve Tucker, Daryl Young Jr., the tandem duo out front working it together. I think they're going to need more if Vincent and Jackson had to pit there.
Yeah, because they've also haven't been in the pack, but I don't know how Steve Tucker's lasted this long out front doing that. And Daryl Young, you watch him, he's been tucked up to Steve for the majority of this green flag run here, so
oh no,
they've got to
Terry
be low.
Vincent with the incident on pit road entry, he got a black flag. He's going to have to serve that penalty, and now that's probably going to take Terry's chance out of the race. He's pitting out pit road, but now he is going to be at the tail end of the lead lap when the field catches him. Danny Jackson, keep an eye on him. Where he came out, he is right there with Austin Hobart, and it looks like it could be Ryan Davis. No, that's going to be Jeff Favorite.
Ooh, that is, if there's one thing I know Danny Jackson knows how to do, and that's strategize fuel. I'll tell you that. I've experienced that firsthand.
We've seen it at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Danny Jackson, the fuel-saving magic, could still be in the contention for this race, depending on how pit stops go. That's been the horror for some of these drivers tonight in this race. It's execution on pit road, 7 laps to go at Daytona. Tucker and Young still leading the charge, but I don't think they're going to have enough if Vincent and Jackson opted for pit road.
Ooh, B. Jackson up in the chat says they got to pit on lap 5. Surely, we're about to find out because here comes
6 laps to go now.
We haven't seen a clean green flag pit stop, have we? Other than
No.
maybe Danny Jackson. Danny Jackson had one.
Everybody's been messing up pit road, but Danny Jackson, he cycled all the way back there with Hobart. Hobart, I think, still needs to pit.
Yeah,
Hobart pitted on lap 15. So everybody else has been out here since lap 15. So it's going to be very tight to make it to the end for these leaders. 6 cars left in the fight as they're coming around this time to 5 laps to go, keeping an eye on the speed. And here we go, Daryl Young Jr., Steve Tucker, the whole field, they're going to opt for pit road this time. Let's see if anybody messes it up. No, it looks like Charlton's in the grass. He's going to get speeding there for sure. That's got to be a black flag. And no, there's contact with the 14. That's going to hurt his pit road time as well. Now it's all down to Steve Tucker and Daryl Young Jr. They're the first 2 to get onto pit road clean. Oh my gosh, they're all starting to junk it. Everybody's having trouble on pit road, but now the question is, where's Hobart? Where's Jackson? They're in the middle of the backstretch. They're making their way into turn number 3. Steve Tucker, Daryl Young Jr., they're already out. They're gone. They are checking out. Next car behind, that's going to be Jay Walker. Let's keep an eye on Danny Jackson. They're making their way off turn number 4. They've got a long way to go if they want to catch these drivers. They're at the start-finish line, and Steve Tucker, Daryl Young Jr., they're making their way off of turn number 2. Looks like it's going to be no contest now. 5 laps to go to make it to the end here for these 2, and they're just going to walk away from everybody else.
Oh, yeah. And here we go. They are balls to the wall now. They're going to put it to the middle, and they're going to go as fast as they can and try to pull away from everybody else. Hobart and Jackson are the only ones that may have a chance to catch them. And I don't know. There's a bunch of cars on the backstretch still that could link up as they build momentum and possibly catch Steve Tucker and Daryl Young Jr. here.
5
they
laps to
do
go
it
for next time by. The 4 of these guys need to get synced up and in a hurry and get these things up to speed if they want a chance, as they find themselves a long way back. But now Hobart, he's out of fuel. He's going to have to pit. That allows Steve Tucker, Daryl Young Jr. to be hooked up at the front. Next time by, 3 laps to go, and they've got about an 8-second lead over everybody else here at Daytona. Now the question is Daryl going to stay loyal, or is he going to make that move again on the outside?
I don't think they're going to have anybody else to influence it, so we're about to see a good finish here. I don't think they're just going to push each other. They're going to race it out by themselves because nobody's going to have help, so it's just going to be mano y mano, dude.
Jay Walker is starting to be caught by Danny Jackson. No, that's Terry Vincent with him. Danny Jackson is even farther back. So Jay Walker now getting passed by Vincent and Davis.
This could help
and
them.
Davis, both pretty far back in this race. Laps down.
But
Jesse Becker's right. It's a disaster for everybody.
they say
Everybody's
pit stop
laps
ain't
down.
important.
The two that can execute it on pit road, Daryl Young Jr., Steve Tucker. Young
Yes, sir.
Jr. is now starting to play the games. He's got to eye up Steve, and he's got to make a move because it's mano-y-mano. Nobody even close. They've got a huge gap now all the way back to Walker. But you can't play with your food too long if you're Daryl Young Jr. because they are 5.5 seconds back, and that gap is shrinking. Jay
Yes,
Walker
they are.
in line with Vincent, and they have 3 cars lined up, and they're pushing here with 2 laps to go. If they get out of sync up front and they don't draft each other, these 3 cars are going to be faster than 2 racing for it. Back up to the front, you can see those drivers starting to get in touch, but I don't know. Daryl Young Jr., Steve Tucker out front.
Yeah, Jay Walker is hoping that Terry Vincent and Ryan Davis can work well here together and stay lined up as fast as they can. And if they can get up there and get to the back of these guys to have a shot, if they ever catch their draft, they are going to have a
And white
slingshot.
flag is in the air. It's the last lap here in the Juicy Spider feature race here at Daytona International Speedway. Daryl Young Jr. all over the back of Steve Tucker. Don't know if he's going to make the move or if he's just going to push him to the win. They got a long way to the cars behind, so he's got 4.5 seconds now to make a move. Down the backstretch they go. Time to decide when you're going to make the move if you're Daryl. Making their way towards turn number 3. You got to get out of line, and you got to do it now if you're Daryl. Sizing him up. Sizing
here
him
we
up.
go. Is he
Gotta
gonna
do
make
it.
the move? Fake, maybe. Fake, little fake. Up,
Little
up,
fake,
up.
another fake, looking high, looking low, little wiggle. I don't know. Now he's going to go to the outside. He's going to get there. He's going to try it. He's going to hit Steve, but Steve's still going to do it. Steve Tucker's going to win it. Steve Tucker wins it here at B.A.C. Casting and Drafting in the Juicy Spider feature race in our free hosted event tonight. Congratulations, Steve Tucker. Join that B.A.C. Discord, and you are $20 richer.
Well, I didn't know. Daryl knew that Steve was driving out of his rearview mirror, didn't have a chance. And I think he was just messing with me a little bit, giving him a little right rear touch, giving a little swirly coming to the finish line.
Oh yeah, for sure. They were having fun with it. I think they're working together.
That's Jesse
said he
Becker in the
would- yeah,
chat.
would put it past them to wreck each other. I love it. Easy win there for Steve. Him and Daryl out front. That entire feature race. I mean, how many laps did this guy lead? Let's take a look here. 40 lap feature, and Steve Tucker led 31 of them. So absolute wax the field right there. That is nuts. Come on, give us some smoke.
That was a clean.
Give us some
Clean
smoke,
race.
Steve.
Come on, Steve. Burn the thing down.
Daryl in the chat said they were having fun with a little smiley face. I love it, Daryl. Love to see it. And Steve,
Hey, that's
gonna
right.
park it? Come on, give us a smoke show.
Oh, come on, Steve.
Come on, Steve. Do it. Do it.
Burn it
it
down.
down. Burn it down.
Daryl, tell him to burn it down.
Burn it down. There he goes.
There
Yeah,
you
there's
go.
the smoke from Steve Tucker. He's going to be your race winner here tonight at B.A.C. Casting and Drafting. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We love to have you for all these. It's a lot of fun. We're going to be doing more hosted races and giving money away. And now, as Jesse Becker says, Steve Tucci Oh my God, Daryl just junked him. Holy crap, dude, he just smoked into him. Daryl gave him the smoke.
Steve said, no, I'm still going to burn this thing down.
Oh,
we ain't
no.
We ain't stopping until it's blown
Oh,
up.
he's still going. Daryl's junk. Oh, that was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. Congratulations there. Go ahead and get your feature results on the screen. Steve Tucker, 33 laps led. Daryl Young Jr., he finished second. Jay Walker, third. Hard charger was Jay Walker. Most laps led, obviously. Steve Tucker, fastest lap of the race. John France. We had 5 lead changes, 40 laps, and the biggest story of the night was the execution on pit road. I don't know if we got Steve in the B.A.C. Discord. I don't see him, so not able to do the post-race interview with Steve, but I'll tell you what. Good racing. Join our Discord. Hit us up. We'll get you paid, buddy. Thanks for racing. Bubba, you got anything else before we get out of here?
No, sir. Fun times as always. Happy to be back in the booth here. 2 nights in last, week. So yeah, excited to do more of these. Excited for the next big event.
Yes.
Get in the Discord. Remember, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, come try to win some money. And
Oh, we got
we'll have a good
Daryl.
time here on B.A.C.
We
got Daryl.
Daryl. Let's bring him up. Daryl, let's get him in the booth before we get out of here. Daryl, it's Andy and Bubba in the booth. You got a copy, dude.
I got a copy.
Dude,
What
that looked like fun.
Yeah, we were just having fun. Now, I will say the first 35 laps, we took everything very serious. Like, we worked together, made sure that we didn't get involved in any trouble, tried to be up front. So we were hyper focused the first 35 laps, but after we made that pit stop and I saw that the next group was about 10 seconds behind us, I said, well, Steve, unless a caution comes out, we got this in the bag. So
Pit stops matter, baby.
You gotta walk us through the move you made to win the heat race, because that was spectacular. Walk us through that one.
Well, again, it was just I just lined them up perfect, and again, we were just having fun. So, I didn't tell them I was doing it. I just did it, but it wasn't for anything. It was just a heat race. I was like, I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun. That's what we did.
Yeah,
you know what,
absolutely.
Daryl? I have a friend like that also likes to do that to me, and it's not Andy, but it's Colin Geyer.
It's
Colin Geyer listening. He's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, he'll leave you every time, dude. Last lap Talladega, anything, he'll definitely leave you high and dry. But we saw you make that moves, and I was like, oh, there goes Daryl. He's got the move done. So that was really cool. So great racing. That was fun to watch. Good job. You got anything else?
No, I don't think so. Except for just I just shout out Harpoon Design. Paint looks good.
Oh yeah.
Bubba, I'm very familiar with your work. Your work is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And shout out to you guys for being up here in the booth, and shout out to everybody behind B.A.C. I'm pretty new here, so
welcome.
It's been fun. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we got a lot more free fun races coming, and then we're going to be doing our big event on Saturday, September 26th. I think you already signed up for it, so excited to have you there for that one again. Yeah. Hopefully you can win the race this time and it doesn't get ruined at the end of it. So you've been fast and fun to watch here, so we're glad to have you here at B.A.C.
Yeah, I just like to have fun, and I like play tracks, and it's a good time. Yeah, I'll definitely registered.
All right, absolutely. Well, we'll hear from you again soon, Daryl. Have a good one.
Absolutely, thank you.
Yep.
Buddy.
See ya. There we go. I think we got him out of here. Steve said he's trying to get into the Discord, but he's making sure that he's a human, so we might not be able to hear from Steve tonight. If not, the next stream that we do, we'll go ahead and give Steve the flowers he deserves with an interview. We're going to wrap this one up. But thanks everybody again for tuning in, and we will see you all next time. Have a good one.
See ya.